As part of Texas Tech's Clary compliance, the university has received multiple reports of sexual assaults involving rideshare services near the campus. Officials say this serves as a reminder to use caution when utilizing these types of services.
KCBD News Channel 11's Dylan Villa visited with the Texas Tech Police Department today to learn some key safety tips.
When using rideshare services, safety is of a top priority. Caitlin Jeffries with the Texas Tech Police Department has some safety tips when it comes to these services. And the first is to confirm the identity of any person you're getting in the car with.
There could be people out there that are looking, to commit fraud and stuff and looking to victimize some people that are looking for these rideshare options. So you always want to make sure that it is the correct vehicle that is pulling up. Also, when you get into the vehicle, verifying the driver's name, immediately asking them right off the bat, are you so-and-so, making sure it matches the app.
Another safety tip is to be in a safe lit location such as this one and avoid traveling alone when possible.
People can verify and see you when you're out there. Also, making sure that if you have people around you, kind of letting them know what's going on, that you're about to receive a ride if you're by yourself.
Another safety tip is making sure your phone is fully charged before you go out. That way somebody can be notified where you're at all times.
We rely a lot on that technology nowadays. Being able to communicate with emergency services is huge. You can purchase battery packs that you can plug straight into your phone and carry around with you if it's something you're not going to be near an outlet to charge your phone throughout the day.
At the end of the day, trust your instincts. If you don't feel comfortable, either cancel your ride or leave the vehicle.
Of course, the biggest thing is trusting your gut in any situation, paying attention to any red flags that might be happening with the driver. If you're uncomfortable with their conversation in the vehicle, speaking up and immediately letting them know and redirecting the conversation. See something suspicious, say something. That is true for if you're walking around, you're in the game, you're even riding. Something is suspicious to you, always contact law enforcement.
Dylan Villa, KCBD News Channel 11.